welcome back to the Icons of Sin. Me and Chris are back. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
I am very well. I don't know who else saw it. I immensely enjoyed your Outlast stream for as long as it lasted. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I think about 44 minutes.
Something like that.
I didn't know what to do, and I kept getting scared and dying.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm live. I can't exactly stop and look up a wiki. So I was like, sod this. I'm out.
But it was very fun for those 45 minutes. I had a lot of fun, and I also had a lot of fun abusing Daz on his Final Fantasy VIII stream. So it's been a good couple of weeks of live stream abuse from me, all good fun. What have you been up to? I know you've been mostly fixing your van up, so I don't know. Have you had much time to play some games?
I've been playing a few games, but yeah, I've been. I actually only stopped working on the van about 3:30 today, so about half hour ago.
Yeah,
We've got the new floors down. We got some new wood effect lino on the floor now.
Nice.
We've got some nice spruce cladding going up the sides of the walls.
I like spruce. That's a favourite of mine in Minecraft. Is spruce.
Ooh, it's a nice light wood. Yeah, very nice.
Wood, yeah.
And we finished that today. We've got. I need to do a little bit more on the roof, and then we're putting a tapestry up, and then I've just got to make the bed, and then ready to go camping.
Awesome, man. Ready just in time for all the lockdown and stuff to come to an end, and you can go out and start travelling.
Yeah, booked for May.
Oh, May. Do you think you'll be finished by then?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. I guess you've done the hard parts now, so...
Yeah, I'll get it done in about a week or so. It's just finding the motivation at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So what games have you been playing, man?
I've been playing some co-op Shovel Knight with Chrissy.
Yeah, I saw you were doing that. I was busy, unfortunately. I wanted to join you for that stream. That sounds fun. You just taking that in turns, or are you co-oping?
No, co-oping.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but we had to kind of call it quits, though, because I do have 3 controllers. Only one of them works, so it just wouldn't pick up what she was putting down in the controls.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's really irritating. Hopefully you'll get one fixed and be able to do that, because that's a lovely idea, you and Chrissy streaming. It's cool.
Yeah, it's quite fun.
Yeah.
I've been playing some Days Gone, because that's free on the PlayStation Store now.
How is that? It's coming out on PC soon, and I'm tempted to pick it up because it looks like a lot of fun. I know it didn't... I don't know if it reviewed particularly well, but it looks really good to me. It looks like a really good fun sandbox zombie game.
Yeah, it's... I think I've only played for maybe 3 or 4 hours, but I like it at the moment. Well, I like my motorbikes, and I get to upgrade a motorbike and kill zombies. Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun. They
definitely were influenced by The Walking Dead, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, it reminds me of the character is just based on Daryl. That's pretty much it.
I kind of got that from the trailer, but it looks like a lot of fun, and I like the idea of upgrading your bike and stuff. I've seen some of the later mods you can make on your bike, and it looks pretty awesome. So it looks fun and looks quite scary in places. You get some really big hordes of zombies in this one, don't you?
Yeah, I encountered my first one of them the other day.
Oh, really? How was that?
Not good.
No?
Not good. Because I parked my bike up on the edge of this checkpoint kind of thing, and I was searching all the buildings for ammo, and I accidentally set the alarms off.
Oh dear!
So I'm at the other end of this complex,
and the bike's just too far away.
Yeah, alarms blaring. I tried to leg it through the complex to my bike, and over the hill came this massive horde. I'm like, shit.
Oh dear. We live and learn, though. We live and learn.
Yeah. What have you been playing lately, then?
A bit of this and that. I got back into Splinter Cell Blacklist, which was a game I think, Michael Ironside didn't return to do the voice of Sam, which I think disappointed a lot of people. But as a game, it's actually really, really good. It's got really fun... it's got some really... I mean, obviously, the Splinter Cell series has always had really nice stealth stuff. But in this one, they've really upped the... there's different methods of stealth. So you've got traditional stealth, but you can also do this Panther stealth, they call it.
All right.
Which is awesome. It's so much fun. it makes you feel like such a badass. And it's basically stealth in motion. So, like, you don't trip any alarms, but you kill people quickly. So you just keep moving. You just move through the enemies, killing the enemies silently. You can, like, you get quick kills and stuff, so you can, like, basically do instant kills on people. So you could, like, run up, knife one guy, tag 3 other people, shoot them immediately with, like, a press of the button and stuff. It just makes you feel like a complete badass when you pull it off. But it can be quite tricky to pull off, but it's really fun. So I've been playing quite a bit of a Splinter Cell Blacklist, yeah. And aside from that, went back to Ultima 7 for a little while for some classic traditional role-playing. That's always a go-to for me. So, yeah, I've been playing a bit of that. But that's about it. But today, we are finally going to talk about what we were going to talk about last time, which is video game storylines. Some of our favourite video game storylines. We don't really have to go into spoilers, but, you know, just what we like about certain stories, because certain stories just grab you, don't they? And they just make you want to complete a game or get through a game. Even games that aren't necessarily perfect gameplay wise, if the story's good enough, you're just like, yeah, I want to finish this game. So have you got one in mind to kick us off, or do you want me to kick us off?
Oh, you can kick us off. Yeah, you go for it.
All right, I will start with a game series I don't even know if you've played. I don't even know if I've mentioned it before, but the Legacy of Kain series.
No.
No. Okay. Well, it starts off with kind of a almost traditional vampire story. It's in the land of Nosgoth, this kind of fantasy land, you know, as you do, and you play as a nobleman called Kain who gets killed in the opening, and you basically make a deal with like a necromancer to be resurrected as a vampire to get revenge on the people that killed you. So you kind of agree to do that, and you become a vampire to get your revenge, and you get your revenge pretty quickly, but then it leads into this whole chain of events. And it turns out there are these pillars in Nosgoth that basically hold everything together, and they're guarded by different guardians. And one of those guardians has been killed. The Guardian of Balance has been killed, and basically it's corrupting the pillars and thus corrupting the land of Nosgoth. So you, as a vampire, basically go out and you're on this mission to kill, to kind of fix the pillars, basically. And in the end of that game, you basically slowly come to embrace your vampiric powers, and then you have a choice at the end. You have a choice to either fix the world, save the world of Nosgoth, or damn it, basically. And that's your choice at the end of the game. And canonically, you choose to damn it. And you make the pillars your throne, the fallen pillars your throne, and you basically just, you know, ruin Nosgoth. But then
that's pretty cool.
It's cool, man. But then the sequels continue on from there, and in Soul Reaver, the first of the sequels, you play as Raziel, who is obviously not Kain. You're one of Kain's lieutenants, and it's 1,500 years later. You play as one of Kain's lieutenants, and you basically the vampires kind of evolve over time themselves, so you don't go like, you know, like traditional evolution. Vampires themselves evolve over time, and in the opening of Soul Reaver, Raziel grows wings as part of this kind of is part of his evolution, and that kind of puts him ahead of Kain, and Kain, seemingly out of jealousy, tears the wings from your back and executes you, throws you into this pit. But it turns out that that's not the only reason he did it. And you basically, you come back as a wraith to get revenge. But along the way, in the next 4 games, it turns out that there was a reason for Kain doing it, and that he's basically fulfilling the prophecy of Kain has become the Guardian of Balance, and it's a really complicated, interwoven story of time travel and awesome vampire stuff. It's just one of those stories that especially with the later Legacy of Kain games, they got a bit ropey towards the end. Like Defiance, not a great game. Soul Reaver and Soul Reaver 2, probably the best of the games, and the original Blood Omen. But, it's one of those games where the story keeps you going. It keeps you going even when the gameplay kind of fails. But yeah, so the Legacy of Kain series, it was PS1, PS2 era.
I was about to ask when
yeah. Yeah.
So I'd never heard of them.
You've probably seen Soul Reaver. If you looked it up, you'd probably recognize it and be like, oh, I've seen that game before. Like, I've seen it around, or you've seen the cover or something like that, I would imagine.
Gonna have to do it now.
Oh, do it now. Yeah, look up Soul Reaver. You've probably seen it around. A terrific game series in story, if nothing else. It gets very...
No, I don't recognize it.
No? Oh, okay. Oh, cool, man. But yeah.
Them graphics, though.
Oh, them graphics. Yeah, man. Them PS1 graphics. But yeah, it all gets very Cthulhu-y with like an elder god and stuff, and it's very cool. Very cool and complicated storyline. It's not a game you can just jump into halfway through. You kind of need to start from the start to kind of figure out the whole story, but really fun. So what about you, man? Have you got any games that you really love, like the storyline really grabbed you?
Oh, bugger. I was about to say, I forgot his bloody name. Was it? Oh, there we go. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, man. Now, that's a game I've not played, and it looks awesome. So tell me about that.
Really...
That's it's post-apocalyptic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the Earth's kind of grown over and humanity's kind of fallen.
And there's robots everywhere.
As animals, right? They're like all the animals are robots. Animals. It's really cool.
Well, you start off like as a child, but you're like an outcast from your tribe, and as you get older and you sort of you want to become like not an outcast, you take the trials of the warrior and the brave even, and you try and figure out the reason for your outcastness, exile, I could say.
Okay, yeah.
Because you're exiled for the circumstances of your birth. And yeah, going out into the wild, learning about all the different like robot animals, helping factions and stuff like that. But yeah, it turns out that all the in the Earth before the apocalypse, I can't remember the exact gist of it, but all the robot animals were like built to try and help protect and
protect humanity.
Yeah, and like what's the bloody word? Conserve like all the plant life and the ecosystem.
Okay, so they were designed to save the Earth, basically, keep everything.
Yeah.
Which I guess they've achieved, right? In a weird roundabout way. Like the
plants,
the plants certainly seem to be thriving in that game. So.
Yeah, and it turns out like you were the long descendant of one of the original scientists. So,
okay. Like your tribe is descended from that scientist.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And they've got like the Mother Mountain or whatever in their tribe and that little settlement. Sorry, words aren't working today for some reason.
That's all right, man. We all have days like that. It's all good.
In their settlement, like the Mother Mountain, turns out it's a gate to one of these facilities.
Oh,
but it won't let anyone in because it's facial recognition.
Oh, but of course you resemble the guy, I'm guessing.
But it won't let you in because you need to like heal the corruption or something, and it's been a while since I played it, but it's really good and really in depth.
It's out on PC as well.
Shooting robot dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, I mean the gameplay looks incredible in that game. I must admit, it looks really fun. It sounds like it's got a really interesting story, though. I didn't really think much about what the story of that game would be, but yeah, that sounds really fun. I like the idea.
Yeah, there's a second one coming out, I believe.
Oh, is there? Nice. Wonder if he plays the same character or whether he plays someone else.
I think you do.
Cool. Just continuing her story. He's a female protagonist, right? If I think
right. Aloy.
Yeah. It looks really fun. That's another game I haven't played. It's on my list along with Days Gone. It's one of those games.
I would definitely suggest Horizon Zero Dawn. Don't know why I'm having a hard trouble remembering it. It's because it's a bit of a bloody weird name, isn't it?
Horizon, yeah. If it sounds like whenever anyone says Horizon Zero Dawn, for some reason to me, I always think it sounds like a car racing game.
Yeah, I keep thinking it's Forza.
Yeah, Forza Horizon. I think that's what does it. Like, I keep thinking like it's a car racing game, but yeah. And wow, that sounds really fun, man.
I probably butchered the storyline, but it's good.
I think we might be in for some rain here. I've just realised I'm sat here and it is very dark now. It's come over extremely dark in here.
Oh yeah.
Never mind. So wow, man, yeah, that sounds fun. I'm gonna definitely have to check that out. I'm a bit cheap like that, so wait for it to come down in price and then I'll pick it up. But
is it on PC?
it is, yeah. It's on PC, and Days Gone is coming out on PC soon as well, which I'm really looking forward to giving a go. So yeah,
it's some of the missions can be a bit long in Days Gone. Ooh, Days Gone.
Days Gone, yeah.
Yeah, but
that's fine.
yeah, it's good so far.
Yeah, you kind of play as just a Daryl Dixon type guy on a bike, right? That's pretty much the story to that one. And then meeting up with settlements and stuff. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, finding ammo could be a pain in the ass, though.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So, another game I was going to mention, or storyline I was going to mention, was the Diablo series, particularly Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, which are much more my jam. Starts a very simple story, seemingly. You're in the world of Sanctuary, and at the start of Diablo you come to the town of Tristram and basically enter a cathedral, and to defeat King Leoric and the evil that's within the cathedral, and as the story goes and you go further and further down into the depths of the cathedral and into hell, it turns out that what they call the primevals, there are a number of primevals. One of the primevals, Diablo, is basically he's been kept under the cathedral, which is where all this corruption's come from. And basically, at the end of that game, spoilers, you, as the hero, it's canonically the paladin, you end up killing or defeating Diablo. And his essence is contained within a soul stone. And at the end of that game, you as the hero in a massive, like when I completed this game the first time, it was such a big twist. I was like, what just happened? What the hell's going on? The warrior picks up the soul stone and pushes it into his own head. And it kind of absorbs it. And basically the idea is that the hero realizes that Diablo will always be a threat and can't be contained within the soul stone. So he decides to contain it within himself. And that's kind of how the end of Diablo 1 goes. So the hero that you've played has taken Diablo's essence into himself and is now battling with it within his own body. And then in Diablo 2, you play new characters, and you're following the paladin from Diablo, who is now corrupted by Diablo as Diablo's taking over his body, and you basically follow him through the world until Diablo is resurrected, and basically releases the other primevals. You have to defeat all the primevals in Diablo 2, or the primevals, because there are primevals and then there's other lesser evils as well, which I think feature a lot more in Diablo 3.
That's the one you want me to play, isn't it? Diablo 3.
Diablo 2's coming out remastered soon, and Diablo 4 will be out soon as well. So hopefully, I'm hoping for some cross-platform Diablo. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm all about.
That'd be cool.
But with Diablo, there's so much lore. And I know, you're like me. You love lore. I know you do, because you're all about it with a game you're probably going to bring up in a bit, I would imagine. I love lore, and Diablo has got some really deep lore if you get into it. It's one of those game series that on the surface doesn't seem to be much more than running around looting, killing. But if you actually stop to read everything in the game and read the tomes and the passages, the different passages, and speak to all the characters, and then start reading the novels based around Diablo, you learn about the Sin War, the creation of Sanctuary, angels, demons. It's a fantastic world that's kind of crafted within the Diablo series that I really, really like. So yeah, Diablo and Diablo 2 specifically. Awesome
I have been keeping an eye out for them on the PlayStation Store, but at the moment, obviously, most of our money's going into the van.
Oh man, of course. Well, you got to be ready for May. You got to be ready for that good weather, not like this dark weather we have right now.
It's kind of clouded over quite a bit, even here.
It has, yeah. It's very dark in here, but never mind. It's all good. So, any others from you? Any stories you're a big fan of in games?
Well, there's one with one of the best ways of storytelling that is not telling it.
Yeah, I was thinking this when we talked about this subject. I was thinking there are those games that tell an amazing story, or at least give you background and give you stories to find and stories to craft yourself. So, what are you thinking of?
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls, yeah. So, correct me if I'm wrong. In Dark Souls, you play as like a nameless figure, right?
Nameless undead, yes.
Yeah, nameless undead. So tell me about it, man.
Well, the basic gist of it is the world goes through stages of, I think it's fire and like ash. So you as a nameless undead, you get brought back to either link the fire and start a new age of fire, or extinguish it and start an age of ash.
So you, as the chosen undead, are basically prophesized to do that. You're going to bring in the new age, and it's up to you what age you bring in.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But obviously, there's not a lot of storytelling. It's more, you know what you've got to do, but you've got to kind of explore. And as you go further in the game, there's obviously defeating the four main bosses. They all hold like like the souls, which are part of it. So you got like there's the Lord of the Grave, then there's like Lord of the First Flame and stuff like that. But as you go on and go to new areas and talk to people, you find out more and more about the lore. Like you can, when you fight Sif, which is a giant wolf, you can wonder, why is this massive wolf getting annoyed because I walked too close to a grave? Or you could just find out and like explore and find out why.
Or you can just kill the wolf and never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you still got to kill him, but it depends.
That's what I mean, but you don't have to find out the backstory. And that, I think you're right. The best games don't necessarily shove the story in your face. The story's there if you want to find it.
Yeah, they don't really tell you a lot. This we've got to, like, if you read all the things like in the loading screens and like cutscenes and stuff, if you pay attention, it does like kind of link together. You're like, that's what's happened then. So yeah, it's a bit of a hard one to talk about the storyline wise.
It does,
but
have
it is
quite,
a game that makes you want to carry on playing to figure out what's going on.
And it does have quite deep lore, because I know like Daz has spoken about it. You've spoken about it before, like the lore in those games and stuff.
Oh yeah, Daz knows a lot more than I do about the lore.
Daz is obsessive with Dark Souls. He gets really obsessed with games, Dark Souls and Binding of Isaac. He just like, that's his thing, man. That's his jam. Yeah, that's really fun, and yeah, you're right. Like those kind of games that you can find amazing stories in if you choose to, or you can just play it as an action RPG and just defeat everything and not worry about it. I always think that the same way with like the Elder Scrolls series, which we always end up coming back round to in these all of these podcasts. The stories that you can find in the Elder Scrolls games are superbly crafted. And
there are
often
endless possibilities depending on what you've done, because a faction might not talk to you if you're a dick to some guy. So yeah, they're endless and it can change, very dynamic. That's the word.
I often find as well that the main storylines in those games are not particularly good, but the side quests that you can go on and the sub stories that you can get involved in are so much more fun. Like I was saying last time, my recent playthrough I played as a Khajiit, and I chose not to do the main campaign. I completely ignored it, and I was level 40 odd before I even started the campaign. I went off and I did my own thing, and I ended up joining
the big vampire quest, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I started off joining the Dawn Guard. I thought I'd become a vampire hunter, and I was a vampire hunter for a while, until I got infected. I ended up... Oh, no, sorry, I didn't get infected. I ended up meeting or finding a female vampire who asked me to take her back to her father, and I ended up agreeing to do that. He then made me a vampire. I did a whole vampire sub-quest, and ended up with this ridiculously awesome bow that I can now use the blood of a pure vampire to blot out the sun whenever I want, so that it's dark whenever I want. And I did that whole storyline for ages. I went away and did all of that without even playing the main campaign. And then I came back and I did the main campaign, and it took me, I don't know, it felt like it took me about half an hour to complete the main campaign, because I was such a high level by the time I actually got around to doing it. I was like, this is really easy. But yeah, those kind of games, I think I really like that, and I like that with Dark Souls. You can just play Dark Souls on 2 levels, really. You can play it on that superficial, gonna beat up all the monsters way, or you can delve into that really deep lore that is available if you choose to go and find it.
Or there's another option. You could try a no-death speed run, which I've tried.
How did that work for you?
Not very well.
Yeah, I kind of assumed.
Yeah, but I was doing it on New Game Plus 7. I'm like level 400 and something, with 380 hours on that character alone.
Wow. I
like Dark Souls.
Oh, I know, man. Yeah, and it's fun. Like you and Daz both, like, you love Dark Souls so much, and it's really fun to see.
Well, I actually didn't like it the first time I ever played it.
Nor did I.
PS3.
I didn't like it when I first played it either. And you need to just get used to the way that those games are played. That's the thing.
Yeah,
they're very different.
After I have a long stretch on Dark Souls, like I said, I've been playing it all week, and I'll go to another game. Like if I go to Elder Scrolls, I keep trying to spam the roll button, but there is no roll button in Elder Scrolls, so I end up just summoning my Phantom again and again, because I'm so used to absolutely spamming the roll button in Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's.
I would say, while we're on the topic of Elder Scrolls, even the Elder Scrolls Online game, the main story isn't that great, but all the side quests, you can get very, very engrossed in them.
It's a Bethesda thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it really is. I mean, maybe Fallout 4, I was kind of engaged for a while, like finding my son and stuff. I thought was quite a cool idea, but again, the side quests are so much more fun in all of them.
Yeah, I think the storyline in Fallout 3 was more.
That was a reasonably good storyline, actually. Fallout 3,
yeah.
But those side quests you can fall into in Bethesda games are just so much fun.
Brotherhood of Steel.
You love the Brotherhood, yeah.
Well, I'd like getting far enough in their missions to get loads of different power armors and weapons, and then I just don't bother with them.
Kill them.
It's the fastest way to power armor.
It is certainly the fastest way to power armor. There's no denying that.
Yeah, and a load of their missions, especially in Fallout 4, are go to this area and clear it out, which is good when you're a low level trying to grind the levels.
Oh yeah, for sure. It'll level you up real fast.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think. The Brotherhood come in they come in after you kill the guy who shot your wife, don't they? Just after that, they turn up in their big blimp thing.
They can come in a lot sooner if you find them at the police station.
Oh yes, there is. They are at the police station. Yeah,
if you run straight there, start doing all the missions, you can have the big blimp thing coming in before you've even gone to Diamond City, because I've done that.
Oh really? Well, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's awesome. See, that's the thing. That kind of dynamic storytelling is great. Yeah, that's really cool. Did you ever play Alan Wake?
What?
Alan Wake. It's kind of a horror-y game. It's got
sounds like a doctor.
Yeah, no, it's Alan Wake is a fictional writer in the game Alan Wake. You're a crime fiction author, and you're basically suffering from like writer's block. But you and your wife head to this little sort of mountain town community called Bright Falls for a vacation, basically. When your friend kind of suggests you go there, it might help your writer's block and whatnot. But before you go, you kind of have this nightmare about these kind of shadow people trying to kill you. And basically it kind of goes from there, and it's one of the few games actually there are a couple of games. It's one of the few games I remember that actually came with a full novel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a really fun story. I don't want to spoil it too much, but basically you end up it's a game where you use light to defeat these creatures. They're like dark creatures, so you use like a torch or light source to kind of kill them. Or make them vulnerable to kill. You kind of have to use the light. But as you play through the game, you kind of you hear the story that Alan's telling, and you see parts of the story as you're playing. It's a really fun horror game. Very story driven. It's not like Silent Hill or anything like that, where you've got that kind of open world. It's very story based, and it's told in chapters as well. But that's a really fun game. For like a straight up story, really good. It's from the people who made Max Payne. Max Payne 2. Yeah, they went on to make it. Really good fun. Have you got any other stories? Any other games that grab?
A swig of cider.
A swig of cider. I'm waiting for our for the 15th of May for our live stream drinking. What cider?
Well, we're not live. Just a local one.
Oh, nice.
Golden Valley.
What is your choice of cider? Do you go dry, medium, or
Thatcher's
sweet?
Gold. Thatcher's Gold.
Thatcher's Gold. Okay, fair enough, man. I quite enjoy a good Thatcher's Gold in the summer.
Problem with like storyline games is most ones I play don't really have a particular storyline to it. Like I've been playing Dauntless, which is just sort of like Monster Hunter, but for kids.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so there's no real story. It's like, go and kill this behemoth. Done it.
Yeah.
Kill 2 more of these ones. Done it. Make this. Done it. Go kill another big thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's again, a lot of games you make your own story, right? You kind of make the story as you play. I was going to say... go on.
There is a game with multiple stories.
Ooh.
That's... Well, they're different campaigns, should I say.
Oh, go on.
Age of Empires.
Yeah, I mean, that is a story. You follow that through history, right?
Yeah.
I tagged you. Did you see what I tagged you on Instagram?
I haven't checked Instagram today. But...
Well, you should check Instagram. There's an Age of Empires event coming up, and they're going to be talking about Age of Empires 4.
Oh.
Yeah, looks fun. Yeah, they're doing like
you tagged me in a post.
Yeah, they're doing on a web thing, talking about all the Age of Empires games, including the new one, which I know you'll be excited for.
Ooh, nice. Wow. I don't open Instagram, and if I opened it, like 400 notifications.
Yeah, I know. It's always the way, man. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, Age of Empires. Sorry?
When's the new one coming out then?
I have no idea. It's got to be pretty soon, I would have thought. But yeah, it's again, you make your own story there. Or not make your own story. I guess you follow roughly through history, each campaign, don't you?
Like
really good.
The Age of Kings was my favorite one with Joan of Arc. It's got the Aztecs. You've got El Cid, Genghis Khan. Following all them through history is so much fun.
It's a really fun story, and it's bolstered by the fact that it's easily the best of the games as well. Like gameplay wise, I think Age of Empires 2 is like perfect. It's amazing.
Yeah, Chrissy keeps saying when I get my computer, what's the first game you're going to play? And I'm like, it's Age of Empires. It's like you want to get a brand new gaming computer and play like a 20-year-old game. I'm
No,
like, yes.
No, you'll be playing the remaster in 4K. You know, it looks amazing in 4K. So it will be, it won't be old version. It will be the new version. I've got the old version right next to me. Actually, it's right here. I've got the big box of Age of Kings right next to me on my desk. As we speak. When we live stream, I'll show it to you. It's right next to me.
Really want to play Age of Empires.
Oh yeah, man. I wish that you had a PC. If you had a PC, our anniversary stream would just be us playing Age of Empires 2.
It would.
But yeah, man, I love those games. And you're right, those historical stories are absolutely fantastic. Really good fun. Silent Hill 2 was a game I had on my list that I was going to mention. I think the story to Silent Hill 2 is really, really good and really fun. It starts off with that, you getting the letter from your dead wife telling you to come to Silent Hill, and you're traveling to Silent Hill. Obviously, your wife died years before of illness. But, the more you play, the more you realize that, a lot of these things are coming from, like Pyramid Head. He's all of your fears and all of the worst of James, all wrapped up in his insecurities, his fears, and all of that stuff wrapped up. I've always thought Silent Hill 2 had a wonderfully cool story.
You do have to ask yourself one thing there.
What?
If Pyramid Head is all the worst things of him, what has he got inside of him that manifests a 7-foot tall, sword-wielding, pyramid-headed man?
Well, it summons 2 of them by the end. There's 2 pyramid heads at the end of Silent Hill 2. Yeah, there's 2. Yeah, he's a messed up dude. All of those creepy creatures that turn up, and it's all subconscious. James is a messed up dude, I think. Did you ever play BioShock?
Only recently.
Yeah, I saw you streamed it, right? For a bit.
I don't think I streamed. I think I was doing it for YouTube. So.
That's right.
But yeah, they were all free on as a game of the month, like the edition with how many is there? 3? 2 of them?
3. Yeah, 3 BioShocks. There was System Shock before it, but BioShock, there's BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So I've been playing through the first one.
Yeah.
It's good so far. Bit creepy.
It is. Well, I mean, System Shock was quite scary as well for its time, and I guess they continued that because it is quite creepy. Some of the because the people inhabiting Rapture have lost their fucking minds. And they're completely insane. And I do find quite a lot of that game quite creepy, actually. And the Big Daddies, is that what they're called? Those are really creepy as well. At first, anyway. And the Eve, the little girls as well. They're pretty creepy.
The little sisters.
Little sisters, sorry, that's it. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played it, but I've got really fond memories of that story, the BioShock story.
See, I've found it. I don't know if it's just me lately or anything, but I'm having trouble with something keeping my attention. So I think I've just been playing so many games lately that I'm just
I get that problem all the time.
Not really into that.
That's a real first world problem, but I have that problem. I do it myself. I'm one of those people that, as you probably know from whenever we say what have you been playing, I jump between games all the time. I just jump around. So sometimes those story-driven games can really throw me off because I'm like, I don't remember what happened before. I now have to go back and, I quite often find myself loading older saves because I'm like, I don't remember what happened. I need to kind of go back, like a TV show. It's like I've forgotten an episode. I need to go back and play a previous save to figure out where I am, But yeah, I mean, if it's struggling to keep your attention, it's struggling to keep your attention, right? So
yeah, so I was looking through the PlayStation Store the other day, and Tracy was like, "I haven't got enough games." I looked, so just on my PlayStation alone, I forgot 170 or something. I was like, "Yeah, but I don't want to play those ones.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, and you know, different stories and different gameplay styles suit at different times, don't they? Some days I just want to play an FPS and I don't want to have any story. I don't want to think about anything. I just want to test my reflexes. And then other days I want a really in-depth strategy game, 4X game, and other days I want a really in-depth RPG, or I just want a platformer.
Lately, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty online, and I've just been, because it got a bit boring. Then I was like, I know what I'll do. I'll just grind for all the camos for the guns, and then like come 6 hours later, I'm still doing. You coming down for dinner? No, I'm one come away from getting all of them.
Yeah, you just you found your calling there.
I have also started.
Also, when you're on a roll, you do need to keep playing. That's one of those things. When you're on a roll, you just need to keep going, because if you stop, you'll lose it. You'll lose it.
I have also started a new game on Skyrim, but I'm just being an absolute asshole to everyone I can.
Excellent. That is the way
Inspired
to play.
by your Fallout 3 video.
Yes, I need to do another video. That's always good fun. I always remember when I first played Skyrim, I immediately got arrested because I punched a chicken. It was the first, you go to Riverwood, don't you? Riverwood, is that the first town you come across, or they tell you to go to? And as soon as I got there, I just punched a chicken and got arrested immediately. I was like, oh, not the best of starts.
Yeah, I met this random traveller, and they're like, "Can you help me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Follow me." They started to walk off. I murdered them from behind.
Did they have any good loots?
They had 100 gold, which was quite a bit for the start of the game.
I'll tell you what happened to me actually when I was playing my vampire cat playthrough. I obviously being evil and a vampire, I killed enough people that I had a bounty hunter come after me. And he was wearing, I can't think what it was called. It was like carved Nordic armor or something like that. And it's still the best armor I found in the game so far in this playthrough. It's really good. So if you piss off enough people, dude, this guy will come after you, and he's got some really cool armor. So it's worth doing.
I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah.
I'm going on the right path, trust me.
Yeah, that's it. And he's like, you're going to pay for your crimes. And I just looked at him, I was like, I want that armor. So cool, let's do this. And also, I'm an immensely powerful vampire, so not going to go well for you.
I haven't decided what I want to do. I'm focusing more on the two-handed weapons at the moment, as I normally do in most games. But I might dabble in some magic, but I just like being able to slam a massive bit of steel down on someone and one-shot them. That's my goal.
Yeah, especially with that sneak. Sneak up and just whack them over the head with an axe. That'll do it.
Another game that I always go back to that never actually gets boring for me, Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Now those games have got a really weird and fun story. I actually really like the story of the Assassin's Creed games. I mean, it's ridiculous, but it's one of those things. It's totally ridiculous, but it works in a video game, right? Where they've got, you can access memories of dead people, and you basically in the game you play as someone in the future, playing a simulation of someone's memories in the past. Yeah. But Black Flag, as I'm sure we have said multiple times on this podcast, is by far the best Assassin's Creed games. It literally, that is where the series peaked. The only problem with that game, in my opinion, is that I can't steal pirate ships. I don't want to just upgrade that ship. I want to steal one of the big ones. I want to steal
a man of war.
Yes, exactly that, dude. Like, it's the only thing that bugs me about that game. Is that I want a fleet. I want a fleet of ships, and I want my ship to be a massive man of war. Although it's really fun climbing up and killing people on those man of wars. Yeah,
but there's a game that it's getting pushed back, but it's a pirate based game with the ship battle engine from Black Flag.
Oh,
called Skull and Bones.
Yes, man, I've been wanting to play that for ages. Is that actually out now?
No.
Oh.
But,
dude, I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear that right now? Can you remember the other day, me and Dad started the podcast and we were like, there is some like post-apocalyptic levels of hail coming down. We've got that again right now. It's like hailing like crazy out there. It looks like it's snowing, but it's just hail. Global warming, man. So anyway, Skull and Bones, is that out now? Because that looks great.
No, I don't think so. But the trailer I watched ages ago, you can travel in like fleets, but with your friends. You can change your ship because you can have different types of ships. You can do that.
Yeah, that is what I want, man. I really
I've been
want
waiting for it for years.
Yeah, I was thinking that because I remember hearing about that absolutely years ago and being really excited for it, and then it just never happened. But I guess they're still working on it, which is fine. But it seems like it's been a long time waiting for that game.
Yeah. Well, it's my perfect game, an open world pirate game where you can change your ship. That's
yes.
You will never see me again.
for those who don't know, Chris is a big pirate fan. He loves the pirate stuff. So
I do love pirates.
Did you play Sea of Thieves at all?
I didn't like the art style.
Yeah, it kind of put me off as well. It looks like a fun game in principle, though.
I have yet to play it because it doesn't feel like Black Flag. That feels like you're being a real pirate.
Yeah, it's cartoony, isn't it?
It feels like you're playing like a little joke pirate. Apparently, it's really good, but I
imagine it would be fun. I think it'd be fun with the right group of friends because you end up sailing a single ship, don't you, between you, and you have to go out and take other ships on and stuff. It looks like a lot of fun, but I agree that Skull and Bones trailer really won me over back in the day. I'm very much looking forward to that. That sounds.
I'm gonna have a quick Google.
Have a quick Google. Let's see if it's out. I don't think it is. I feel like I would have known if that was out by now, but it may be out soon. It does. Is it out? You can tell me it's out.
Oh no, it's right. I'll just read the blurb. Skull and Bones is an upcoming action adventure video game developed by Ubisoft. The game is set to release after March 2021.
Right now.
The game revolves around piracy and naval warfare. This year.
Well, it should be out potentially right now, but I'm guessing they mean during this quarter. So I guess probably before June, maybe we get it.
Well, it says sometime after March, so
we're after March.
It's going to be on PS4. It's going to be on computer and Xbox.
That sounds great. I have been waiting for that game, like you. I have been waiting for Skull and Bones for a long time, long time. I'm really excited for that. That's going to be good.
I am now. I know it's coming out this year.
Yeah, man. That's something to save
I've got the biggest, stupidest smile on my face right now. Pirates!
Have to see if that's cross-platform.
Hell yeah. Me, you and Daz go around in a fleet.
That would be awesome. That would be so much fun. I am well up for that.
I'm glad I Googled it now.
Chris, we had a fan topic for a future podcast, potentially.
Yes.
And that was on rage quitting. Now, I have a question. Do you think that we can do an entire episode on rage quitting, or shall we just talk about it here as a side topic?
I've only really rage quit a handful of games.
So have I. So maybe instead of doing it as an episode, Mike, thank you for your topic suggestion. We will cover it now. I very rarely rage quit like you. I very rarely do it. Now, Mike,
my most recent was Outlast.
On stream, live on stream. Yeah, rage quit. I actually missed your rage quit. I popped to the toilet, came back, and the stream was off, and I was like, oh, I guess you've just had enough.
Well, it was basically, I kept dying in the same spot, and I was like, right, fuck you guys, bye! Just left. Yeah. It wasn't a full-on, like, oh, I'm so angry, it's kind of, fuck this, I'm out, bye.
That I do a lot. I do the, like, I'm fucking done with this. I can't be bothered. And it's not like I'm not raging. I just cannot be bothered. That I do very frequently. But rage quitting is a rarity for me. It's a rarity. Because I did actually. I quit or I stopped a Fallout New Vegas stream when I was doing it with the realism. I did the realism mod, and I quit that one because Fallout New Vegas has got that really fucking annoying thing where if you piss off a group, they will continually send people after you until you sort it out. And I pissed off Caesar's Legion, and they literally spawn every 100 meters that you walk. The fucking Legion respawn. The same guys.
I think I remember you said about that.
But the problem is when you've got the realism mod on, every encounter is deadly. And it was every few meters I had to re-kill them. And it's 1 against 5 of them, because you're going to have to play it way more strategically when you can die almost immediately. So when you're ambushed by 5 people, it's really difficult to take all 5 down without getting killed. And it kept happening, and I just had to quit. But I'm trying to think when I've actually rage quit a game. As a kid, I think Mega Man 2 probably made me rage quit a few times.
When I was a kid, yeah. Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, dude, Crash Bandicoot is a rage quit worthy game. That's a tough game. It's tough. The old platformers. Yeah, the old platformers were a rage quit thing. Super Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy's made me rage quit in adult life, actually. When I've tried 5 billion times on the same level, and I'm like, oh, fuck this, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, Shovel Knight made me quit a week or so ago when I was streaming that. And I just couldn't get past this one bit, so I was like, "Fuck this shit! I'm out. Bye."
Yeah, I know. Rage quitting, man. I'm gonna find the post. I'm gonna find what Mike said because Mike's story is amazing. So yes, he said that his rage quit. He was like, when did you rage quit a game and what's the worst thing that ever happened? I think the worst thing that ever happened for me was a damaged controller. I think that's as far as I've ever gone. But these days, it's all so expensive, I'm terrified to break anything, so I don't do any of that now. But Mike says that he broke a controller. That was the worst thing he ever did rage quitting. But his nephew, Mikey, broke a goddamn TV. I think he threw a controller at the TV and broke it. Which
we have some experience with that level of anger in this house.
Oh no, through gaming?
Yeah, the youngest is on the spectrum, should we say?
Okay, what game was he playing?
Yes, Fortnite.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine Fortnite's very frustrating because people that play Fortnite, there are people that just play Fortnite all day and all night and they're just amazing at Fortnite.
Yes.
And then I guess you come along and just want to play a game and it's just impossible.
Well, I think it's gone through 3 TVs so far.
Oh my goodness. It's time to ban Fortnite again.
Yes. Well,
I know you've banned it before. I remember you saying you banned it before.
We won't go any further to that on the podcast because that's.
Oh no! Of course not. But no, that is a rage quit. I've never broken a TV or anything like that. I think I've probably damaged a controller over multiple attempts of playing a game. But
I don't think I've ever.
As a kid, I'm
damaged
thinking, not
anything. No, I don't even think I've ever damaged anything because we'll obviously. I got 2 brothers and a sister. Back when we were kids, we had to share everything. So
yeah. Of course, yeah.
It's more of a, I know it's not your turn for another hour, but I'm done. You go now.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah, Mike.
You rage quit Call of Duty the other day.
Really? What was going on?
Well, I was playing, I keep getting, ever since I played with my mate who's a much higher level, I keep getting put into really, really super high lobbies. And so I was playing.
You said because you played with your friend who was higher than you, right? And it just kicked you up into a really high level.
But I rage quit because it was legit hackers. Because I kept getting killed, and I was like, there's no way they could see me. So I'd watch the kill cam, and they were getting me from across the map, through 2 walls. I'm like, how could you possibly know I was there?
They must have been hacking, right? Or
like wall hacks or something. And it kept happening in game after game after game. So I was like, fuck this. Didn't even quit the game. I just turned the console off. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, it's that hacking and cheating is definitely something to rage quit over for sure. Actually, I remember rage quitting Grand Theft Auto 5 for that reason. Trying the Grand Theft Auto Online when that game first came out.
Oh yeah,
it was broken. People literally, it was hacked to bits. There were hackers everywhere online on the PC game when it first came out. I think they've done good work to stop that now, but my god, when that game first came out, it was unplayable online, unplayable with the amount of hacks that were going on. And like hacks just to annoy players and upset players, like hacks that will just make it unplayable for you.
See, I never understood it like
you get in a car and the car will just literally flip over and explode.
Yeah, I don't get the hacking and cheating, because if you're hacking and cheating on Call of Duty, yeah, you'll get the high level, but did you earn it? No. Are you actually good at the game? No,
and that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, I don't understand it either. Just play the game, and it's weird. I think people just get off on annoying people. To be honest, I think that's all it can be. Because, like you said, you're not actually good at a game. You're still terrible at it. Weird, really weird. There's loads of videos of that online though. The Call of Duty stuff, like people cheating.
Yeah, well, the Activision just did a what was it? They banned like 40,000 Warzone players for cheating.
Wow.
They did a massive. They brought the ban hammer down.
That's good.
Yeah, it means I can actually go and play. Because I quite like Warzone, and it's the first battle royale game that I've actually liked. So it's nice to actually play like a decent game of it every now and then.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. It's I don't understand it. I don't understand the hacking mentality at all. But it certainly can lead to rage quits. That's for sure.
Yes.
But yes, so Mike, thank you for your question and your topic. And people, if you have subjects or anything you want us to cover on this podcast, let us know and we will cover it. Because we'll
do our best to cover it.
We'll do our best to cover it. Sometimes, if it's something that one of us doesn't know about, it's difficult to cover it. But generally, we'll cover it when we can. I guess now is as good a time as any, and I will do a separate video talking about this. But I think we have agreed our anniversary live stream is happening on the 15th of May at 5 p.m. And it will be live on Twitch and I guess on Facebook and maybe on YouTube through Daz's Twitch account, Daz Thomas TBOI. I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to have a few drinks, talk video games, answer questions.
It'd be hosted on my Twitch channel too.
Excellent. Which is CG_pirate.
Yes, but for the main stream, I'd suggest going to Daz's because I'm not sure if the chats integrate.
I have no idea how any of it works. It's all a mystery to me. It's just magic, and Daz is going to make it happen. But yeah, we're going to do a live stream, talk about some games, and answer questions or whatever. Come and join us, and we'll have some fun on the 15th of May. I think it's a Saturday. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to that live stream. I think that's going to be a good laugh. Just over a month away.
Yeah, I think that's the weekend before I go away as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So the weekend before you go in your newly refurbished van and go camping. It's going to be good fun, man. But yes, so please do join us there. Obviously, we will be back in 2 weeks' time with a new topic. I don't know what it is. Hopefully we'll have Daz back for that one. He is celebrating WrestleMania tonight, so that's why he can't join us. I think he was going somewhere in Wales, wasn't he, to celebrate?
I think so,
watch it. Yeah. So yes, but that's it from us. We will be back next time. Check out Chris's Twitch stream, CG_pirate. Check out John Games on YouTube, and check out Daz's Twitch channel, Daz Thomas TBOI, where we will be streaming on the 15th. But until next time, thank you for joining us, and stay safe. We'll be back with another topic in 2 weeks' time.
Cheers, guys. Bye.